Welcome back to Fromania Bricks. And welcome back to the world's fanciest Lego recording studio in this house.
On the second floor.
In this room. It's also home to the worst production quality and the most terrible jokes on the internet webs. Welcome to the table. Caleb, welcome back to the Lego office.
Thank
I feel like it's been a long time
has been a while.
since you've been here in the Lego office to film at the table. But we're here today to film this beaut. This Lego City Jungle Explorer set featuring the one, the only, Johnny Thunder! That's all I got in my lungs.
Whew.
We've been battling sickness here at the Fromania Bricks Manor, and based on how these videos are spread out, it probably feels like we've been sick for a year, but we've legitimately been sick for like 3-4 weeks.
It's bad.
My immune system opened up an open border policy, and whoever wants in can come on in. And we've had COVID, and we've had some strep-like virus, and we've had sinus infections and pink eye, and now it's like nasal congestion, and you guys are getting grossed out. Before you click away, we want to jump into talking about this set with you all. But before we talk about this set with you all, Caleb, you know that there's some important questions that have to be answered first. Do you know the difference between an elephant and a plum?
One's a plum, one's an elephant. I think that you can
That's astute. The difference between an elephant and a plum is the color.
Yeah, there's that too.
Do you know what Tarzan said when he saw the elephants running through the jungle?
The plums are coming.
No. Here come the elephants. Do you know what Tarzan's girlfriend Jane said when she saw the elephants coming?
The elephants are coming. What?
Here come the plums. Jane is colorblind.
Oh.
We're ready to talk about something that's not very funny, yet very epic. And that is the return of Johnny Thunder.
Well, technically, this is not Johnny Thunder. It's basically,
he's
Jonathan
aged well.
Lightning. It's Jonathan Lightning.
Jonathan Lightning?
It is the knockoff Johnny Thunder.
Knockoff?
Yes.
Okay, so we don't know if this is legitimately Johnny Thunder or if this is his cousin Jonathan Lightning. But to me, this is Johnny Thunder.
Johnny.
This year, with the Lego City Jungle Wave, we got exactly what we wanted. The return of Johnny Thunder. Now, Caleb, this is going to be your first time at the table since we introduced an all-new system here
Drum roll, please.
for the folks. You're excited.
Yes, I'm very excited.
You're excited.
Yes.
We unveiled, Micah and I rolled out the Fromania Bricks Super Proprietary, Ultra Precise Lego Review System.
Woo!
That
I'm
is
so
right.
excited.
We rolled out the TFB SP UPLRS system. You got that? So before we get into this set, I do notice something right off the bat.
All right.
Your box is destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, it came
Your
with-
box is covered with Sharpie.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
So, at BrickFan Expo in Nashville, I actually had a ton of Lego Masters, Lego Influencers, Duck Bricks sign this box as a little collectible for me.
Yeah, super cool. So, a lot of Lego influencers signed this box. You've got, I see here, Ethan the Artisan.
Yep.
I see the one and only Mini Superheroes Today.
Woo!
Emmasaurus and Mr. Saurus.
Yep.
Duck Bricks and Robert. I see Maticus Bricks. I see Tacos.
Tim the Tank.
Tim the Tank Lawson. Jean's version. So many Lego influencers signed this box. You were trying to figure out what should be signed, and I think you picked the perfect box to have all these influencers sign. This is what we're here to talk about today. The Lego City Jungle Explorer truck. This was part of the June release wave of Lego?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was June.
I told you, low production quality, bad jokes, and terrible information. But you're going to smile at the end of the video. So this was part of the June wave. Along with this, we also got a little four-wheeler.
Yep.
There was an airplane.
Yep.
There's a giant helicopter.
So that actually came out in August.
And then I think there was one more.
Yep, there was a poly bag that came with a little baby gorilla.
Little baby gorilla?
Yep.
A little baby gorilla?
Little baby gorilla.
So this set originally retailed for
$34.99.
$34.99. Came with 3 minifigures, one amazing tiger.
Yes.
Not quite as cool as Tigrua of Johnny Thunder of old, but one amazing tiger, a truck, a side build, and a couple of accessories. Where we start on this is the actual visual aesthetic of the set. Now this also takes into account box art, it takes into account packaging, instructions. Now before I let you talk about the visual of this set, I'm going to give some of my thoughts to kind of prime the pump and let you see. So overall, I think that it's a really fun, neat build. But visually, here's my problem. All of the old Johnny Thunder sets are in this like brown and sand and like very adventure-y colors. The colors on this almost feel Arctic to me. The orange, the blue, and the white, they feel a little off-putting with the green. So when they announced these new Lego City Jungle sets, I was super jazzed because of Johnny Thunder, but I felt like the colors were a miss. Side build colors, great. Vivid tiger, great. But it was something about the vehicle colors that just didn't sit right with me. What do you think about the visual aesthetic of this set?
Okay, so first of all, how you were saying it's kind of Arctic-y. This is actually the same logo of all of the Arctic sets that came out last year. So it's like the same exploration company.
Oh,
so
okay.
It kind of actually maybe would have the Arctic effect.
So it's more of a company color than anything else.
Maybe it could be, yeah, because the other Arctics were white, blue, and orange.
So the Explorer logo on the side of this, I did not know that, is the same Explorer logo on the Arctic sets.
Yep.
So in essence, Johnny Thunder has been hired by this Lego Exploration color, which would make sense then why the trucks are colored that way. Oh, you're actually winning me over a little bit.
So actually, I would give this a 9 out of 10 on looks.
A 9 out of 10.
So the way that it's built with these like semi squares, to do like the back of the truck's orange, the middle is blue, and then the front is white. These two little panels that go on each side, they clip in. It looks beautiful. The tiger has plenty of printing. I mean, everywhere. Like
that is cool how they built kind of the color blocks in it.
So I mean, the tiger has just beautiful printing. I mean, everything kind of went right with this set.
I do feel like it's a good beefy truck.
Yes,
like
it is.
The wheels and tires, this is what I would want to see if I'm driving through the jungle.
I mean, it's beautiful.
The side build is really, I like the side build a lot. So, after the visual design of the set, we then move on to talk about the build experience. Now, the build experience kind of entails a couple of things. Clarity of the instructions, ease of the build, was it a complicated or hard build, and then was it just a fun build? Some builds are just tedious and overwhelming, and some builds are just a barrel of laughs. So tell me a little bit about the build experience on this.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the truck. The truck was an easy build, no problems with it. I don't remember having any issues with the instructions. There are 3 stickers on the truck. If that's not your thing, then, I mean, it would have been wonderful if those were printed, but that's not too big of an issue.
And it looks like it's an actual built chassis, not a preset chassis.
Yeah, that's nice. This actual build was wonderful, no issues with it. The whole thing was a fun build. I can see, and I don't necessarily like it, some of the foliage, the leaves. I get particular and try and orient them the exact right way. But that doesn't really take anything away from it. It looks so good. Everything needs to be there, and it was a great build.
Foliage, that's a big word. I do not enjoy builds with a lot of foliage myself. Like the A-frame cabin, Mommy built all the trees.
She loves building.
Thankfully, I did not build Rivendell because that one would have just crushed my soul.
That was so hard.
The minifigs, obviously straightforward on their build.
Yep.
And it actually seems like they got the foliage pretty sturdy on here.
Yes, they did, yeah. So it's a 1x3 connected to one of the...
Everything seems to be locked in really... Really sturdy?
Yeah.
Alright, so where are we at on the build experience then? What kind of score are we giving this on the build experience?
It was nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, It was a
so
great
it's a
build
basic
experience.
build. It's
Yeah.
a Lego City
Yes.
build.
I mean,
your
there's-
mind's
yeah.
not going to be blown with techniques and...
No, there's nothing crazy about it. I would go with a 7 out of 10.
Okay, that seems fair.
Yeah.
You're not buying this set because it's an amazing build.
absolutely
You're buying this set because it's Johnny Thunder and it's an amazing play set.
Uh-huh.
After that, we move on to minifigures. Now, a couple of things we consider with minifigures, Caleb, are all of the characters that should have been included in it. That's a little less relevant with a jungle set, but like a Star Wars set, for instance.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, does it have the characters that we felt it should have had? Number 2, is there a good quantity of characters? Are there enough characters for what you get with the set? Number 3, are the figs, like, well designed? Is there good print on them? Are they really unique and different? And, I mean, this is an automatic 13 because Johnny Thunder is a part of it. Tell me a little bit about the figs, and we will include Mr. Tiger in the fig conversation.
So, the tiger, they literally could not have done better on. The tiger is literally perfect. The printing is just everywhere. Like,
When is the last time we got a Lego Tiger?
so I believe it was the last Jungle Wave.
Okay.
And so this could actually become pretty valuable because if I'm remembering correctly, the tiger that came in that other set is going for 50 to 60 now.
Was it the same tiger?
It was not. So it was a jaguar, I think.
Oh,
it was still
okay.
like the same type.
Same molds.
Yeah. The figures are great. The two, aside from Johnny Thunder, they actually have leg printing, which I was really happy to see.
really?
And they have pockets.
They sure do.
So, to see leg printing on something like this in a city set is really cool to see. But yeah, I don't think that there's anything crazy about the prints. The map that does come with the figure is great. So there's actually, aside from the polybag, each set comes with a map that all 4 can be connected.
And create a bigger
Yes,
map. So you cannot find the treasure yet because you do not have the helicopter.
No, I have to get it though, just
That's
for the map.
really
Just
bad.
for the map.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Did we get enough figs with
Oh
this?
yes, absolutely. For a $35 set to get 3 figures, I mean that's just amazing.
Because you've got a driver. So one will be a driver, one will be back here monitoring the camera, which is really cool. Inside the truck, there's a camera in here. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. And then one will be hanging out in the back. We'll talk a little bit more about that with the play features. You also get a little mini frog. I really wish the frogs had some type of eye print on them.
That would be really cool.
But beggars can't be choosers.
Accessories that come with the minifigures, they're wonderful. I mean, that is a print. That's a print. Like, you get everything you need to play. I'm gonna give them a 7 out of 10 as well. There's nothing crazy about them. The inclusion of a Johnny Thunder is amazing.
All right, now we move on to playability and functions. How usable is this set? Now, I know we're 2 grown-ups here. We're 2 grown men hanging out in the Lego office talking Lego. But even at 43 years old, I still play with Lego. Like, I still enjoy, like, driving my trucks around, running over tigers. Like, Lego is meant to be played with. There are some that I don't touch. Behind us, like, I look at it, don't look at it wrong. Elephant will fall.
It's a plum!
But I still enjoy the functions. And even if I don't play with it, I like knowing what it does. So when we look at this, talk us through some of the playability features within this set.
Okay, so the first one I would go to is this camera on the back that you can adjust here. It is fun to play with. You can act like you're filming the tiger over here. And then you can also have the roof open, and then it's like you can see the picture that you have inside the truck, which is really neat.
Yeah, so inside of the truck is a little TV monitor. And this camera is broadcasting. And here's what's really cool. Look, Caleb. I'm pointing it at that camera. And look, you can see everyone watching us. Hi!
What in the world?
Hi!
I love that the tiger is actually designed to fit in right here. Let's see if I can
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So there's so much to play with. It gives you a lot to be creative with. I like that the roof is removable.
3 figs can drive the truck.
Yep.
Right? You've got a driver in the front. You've got a camera operator. And then another fig can stand in the back here and kind of operate the gimbal if he needs to. Or it actually has robot arms as well. So Johnny can either hang out in the back of the truck, or Johnny can come over here and get eaten by a tiger.
So this back little gate comes down here for easy access for minifigures to get into there. There's actually 2 chests on the side.
Those are a really cool color.
Yes, yeah. This chest color came in one of the Arctic sets.
Oh, nice. And then these all interlock. So all of the jungle sets come with little side builds. And they all have hooks on either side. And you can interconnect them all, where you have this really big jungle scene, and then you've got all of your trucks that can drive up on the scene and get business done. It has some playability. It seems more imaginative than actual, like, intense functions with things like opening up and doing crazy things. So you can play with it, but it doesn't have a crazy amount of intricate functionality to it either. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are you tracking with me?
Yep.
So where do you score this on a playability standpoint?
So this is actually really difficult. I would say I'm gonna give it actually 2 almost different scores. As a standalone, I would give it a 6.
Okay.
But if you were to take the $20 plate and the $5 poly bag and a $10 set with the red panda, and you connect those together, you get such a more diverse and more figures to play with across all of it. And it's not that expensive to do. So I would give it almost an 8 to a 9.
So we have to give it a 6 because only one is in front of us.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it a 6.
Now we move on to the final determinant. This is our last scoring category, which is value.
Okay.
Now, value is an interesting subjective thing. It could simply be broken down into price per part, but we're not big price per part people, right? Like, to me, value is less about, okay, every little part was worth 10 cents, and more about, do I feel like putting my money into this set was worth it? Did I get what I paid for out of this set? This is not a crazy expensive set, $34.99 USD. There are a lot of other sets in that 20 to 40 price range that you can choose from. So it's a pretty competitive price category, but it's also not something that you buy, you walk out, and then you instantly have buyer's remorse. Like, oh, I shouldn't have bought that. From a value standpoint, money is much more real to you, right? Because allowances are a lot harder to save than me going, we're not going to eat this week, we're going to buy Lego instead.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So, what do you think from a value? Like, are you getting what you paid for with this set?
Absolutely, 100%. The fact that you get 3 minifigures, I mean, that's basically a figure every $10.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, you get a figure in a $10 set. That's completely normal.
So if you go into the Lego store, let's say, and you do the Build-A-Fig, you're paying what, like $6 a fig?
So it's actually only $3 a fig.
Is it that cheap? Why are we not building up on figs?
Yeah, it's like $2.99 a fig.
Oh, man. So if you consider 3 figs in here, you're already at $9, $10 of the value in those 3 figs. No doubt this tiger would probably be $8 on a pick-a-brick. So you're already, gosh, like $17 worth of value just in the tiger and the 3 figs. And then you still get a truck and a side build.
Yeah.
You're right, it's not bad.
And also on the figures, like the Build-A-Minifigure, you can create your own figures, but you can't create her, you can't create him, and you can't create Johnny Thunder. These are figures that are not exclusive to the set, but they're exclusive to buying a set.
Right.
So there is something to that, and no kid rooted through with his dirty hands and that. It's all new in a box.
That's why we're sick. Yeah. We do too many pick-a-bricks. Wash your hands, people. Before you go in the pick-a-bricks, wash them little grubby hands. Clean them up. If you lick it, don't put it in yet. Wait till you wash that hand. Don't lick off all of your stuff off your fingers and then put it in there. I'm sick because of this. Do you know how bad you hurt me? Oh, all right. So pretty fair value for what you get. $34.99. You get 3 figs. You get an amazing tiger. You get a truck. You get a side build. $34 is a lot of money. It's a meal out, right? But it's also a Lego set that lives on in infamy. And I feel like one day, with the introduction of Johnny Thunder, it might be many days later, this will see a bit of increase. I don't think it'll ever increase like the old iconic Johnny Thunder sets.
Maybe in 20 years.
It might. You never know. So, value, where are we scoring this one at?
So, I'm actually going to shock you with this. I think that it should be $30. I do. I mean, it's... Okay. I feel like 30 would have been more fair, but I'm not being that nitpicky. I'm going to give it a 10.
A 10?
I'm going to give it a 10.
If you feel like it should have been 30, I feel like you can't give it a 10. I'm going to push back on you.
9.5.
9.
It's $5. It's a $5 price difference.
But that's like a significant percentage on a $30 set.
I mean, yeah,
that's 1/7 of the price.
Fine, 9.
$9.
I'll give it a 9.
Not $9. 9 points.
If this was $9, it would have been at 20.
It's the moment of truth now. It's the moment of truth, and we're about to unveil to you the TFB SP UPL RS score for the Jungle Truck Explorer. This is ultra proprietary, so we ask that you don't share this review system with everyone unless it's clicking share on the video so that it goes out there and becomes the new world standard.
Yep.
One day, there will be men and women in LEGO's executive offices sitting going, I wonder what the TFB SP UPL RS score for this LEGO set will be. But today, Caleb, we're about to find out what the Fromania Bricks Ultra Proprietary Super Precise LEGO Review System score for this set is. You gave this set a whopping 38.
Wow.
It seems like a reasonable score for this set, for what you get. And more than that, you gave these people, our friends, hey, are you guys still watching?
Yeah.
Good to see you all.
Hi.
So good to see you all. You gave them a little smile and a little joy today. And we hope that you all go out and do the same thing. That you go out and bring joy and laughter and smiles into the community around you as well. You use these little Lego bricks to create and build beauty in the world around you. That you give more, you do more, you love more, you share more. And most importantly, you take those smiles and you share them. Because they truly are contagious.
Give more, do more, share more.